Bang howdy, that's a good view. Howdy, this is Ranger. Welcome to the snowy beaches of South Lake Tahoe. This is an epic pass ski trip in late March. We'll take you up the mountain and also show you some of the bars, breweries, and restaurants around town. I have roots in Southern California, so I'm used to their beaches out there, but by comparison, the sand is very coarse. It's almost rocky, and then the water is very, very clear. So we're walking down the street here in South Lake Tahoe. Look at how big some of these snow piles are. I'm 6'2". There are 4 major casino resorts in the South Lake Tahoe area that are located within walking distance of Heavenly Mountain. The first is Harrah's and Harvey's right next door. We're staying at Harvey's. Both of these properties are owned by Caesars Entertainment. You can see that sign right there. This is actually the dividing line between California and Nevada. All the casinos, as you might guess, are on the Nevada side. The 2 casinos further down the street are the Hard Rock and Bally's. Our ski day actually starts by putting on your equipment in your hotel room. We'll then take a route through the casino to get to the gondola. I'll show you. This is the elevator that took me straight down from my hotel room. It empties here into the lobby at Harvey's. I'm coming down from the Tahoe Tower of hotel rooms. The Mountain Tower has slightly cheaper rooms, and it's closer to the lifts as well, so something to keep in mind if you're here to ski. There's a Starbucks and a gift shop off to the right here. There's a small sporting goods store off to the right. They have winter clothing here if you need it. And off to the left is Cinnabon. They have really good hours at the Cinnabon. I saw this open both early in the morning and also late at night. The main floor of the casino is 1 floor above us. We're now entering the arcade area. It's a pretty large arcade. It's probably the biggest one in South Lake Tahoe, and they do have games that give you tickets that you can redeem for prizes. At the bottom of this ramp is El Jefe's. This is a nightclub mostly. We didn't see it open as we were here during the week, but it's a pretty hopping place on the weekends. This hallway is actually a tunnel that goes underneath South Lake Tahoe Boulevard, which is the main drag here in town. This escalator takes us up into Harrah's Casino, which we will exit momentarily. Don't worry though, we will come back here to the casinos to catch some of the things that we missed. Now we're heading west on South Lake Tahoe Boulevard. This street here is actually the dividing line as we're leaving Nevada and entering California. Here's some fancy accommodations off to our left. And then we officially hit Heavenly Village. Heavenly Sports is a merchandise store. They have very strong merch game here, although it's quite pricey. You might have also seen State Line Restaurant and Brewery. We visited here. We'll show you a little bit later. Marriott's Timber Lodge is the flagship accommodation here in the main base village. There's also plenty of ski shops, gift shops, restaurants, and attractions. And now we arrive at the Heavenly Mountain Gondola. They have lockers right at the base of the gondola. If you'd like to change here and leave some items there, there's the prices you're going to have to pay. So Heavenly has 4 base areas. There's 2 in Nevada that you can drive out and park for free. There is this one here at State Line, Nevada, South Lake Tahoe, with the gondola, and then there's another one in California, maybe about a mile down the road. You can park there as well. But parking in this area generally is not free. So if you're going up to the mountain, make sure you think about buying tickets ahead of time, as you probably do not want to be paying these prices here at the site. I really like this electronic sign. It shows you all the runs, and it also shows you the grooming report for the day using the color-coded lights. Now we're going to ride the gondola up to the mid-mountain area. I would strongly recommend taking this ride at least once if you can. The views are completely unmatched by any theme park ride or even ski resort that I've visited. You're right on top of Lake Tahoe and have unobstructed views of the whole thing on a clear day. Seeing snow-covered mountains all the way around it is just magical, and there's no substitute for being there in person. Any competent skier or boarder should make this trail, Ridge Run, a priority to enjoy these incredible views of the lake. Heavenly has been buried by an endless barrage of snowstorms this winter, with over 570 inches of snow accumulation. This makes Heavenly a terrific choice for early spring turns. Snowboarders might struggle here though, as some trails require a lot of traversing. Heavenly is perfect for intermediate level skiers and has several pods with mostly blue square runs. The trail rating system here is similar to that of Front Range Colorado resorts, and a black diamond generally means steep and ungroomed. Heavenly spans both California and Nevada, and certain trails end in a different state than they started in. You'll need to be careful though, as it's much easier to go from Nevada to California than vice versa. We'll go over the map and some navigation tips at the end of this video, but right now we're going back to the mid-mountain area. So this is the top of the Heavenly Gondola. We're at the mid-mountain area right now. That is the Tamarack Lift. Right here is a ropes course. This is a summertime activity. You can take the gondola up and then do this and some other summertime activities, which we'll show you. This is the Tamarack Lodge. The Big Easy Lift serves the mid-mountain beginner terrain. We also have a tubing park up here if you don't ski, and a zipline course for the summertime. So, not riding any roller coasters on this trip, but they do have a mountain coaster here at Heavenly. It is completely buried in snow, so I was told there's no point in going any further than this. We won't be able to see anything. Again, summertime activity, very, very expensive, $90+ to ride the gondola and then ride the mountain coaster. Have to do both of those in tandem. So we're riding the gondola back down now. One thing we did miss is this mid-mountain observation deck. You can see what the view would look like from there. Pretty good. All right, do a quick room tour. This is the deluxe room. There's a nice entryway here, an extra towel and blanket there along with an ironing board and a safe. So in the main part of the room, we've got a mini fridge. I also like what they have over here. There are several USB connections, and look at this, a multi-charger built straight in, ready for you to use. And a nice little area to relax here, a very large window space, very big view of the mountains. You can see valleys over there. I think we're on the wrong side to see the ski resort, but we do get a pretty good view of the lake here. The bathroom in here is pretty nice too. You can see all the shelves and mirrors and lights. The toilet is in its own room. And of course a nice shower. So this is the second room on our reservation. This is the more budgety type of room. The things that you don't get in this one compared to the deluxe room, that the other one you saw is there's no safe, there's not a fridge, and not quite as much space. And you usually are not up on a floor quite as high. Although the views in this room are pretty good though, I'd have to say. So at Harvey's, just so you know, parking is not free here in the winter time. It is cheaper or free in the summertime though. So we're walking through Harvey's Casino about 11 p.m. on Tuesday night. As you can see, not a whole lot happening here. Harrah's is definitely the better casino for gambling action. There's a lot more going on there during the day. The table games in particular were closed all day here. The sportsbook here is really, really good though. We'll give you a shot of that. They do have some good restaurants here. This is Hell's Kitchen if you're into the celebrity cooking type of thing. This is Gordon Ramsay's location. There's a few other ones, but got this one here, like Tahoe. And there are also restaurants on the 16th floor. I think it's the 18th floor or something like that at Harris. So you can get high up in the air and get some good views of the area there. The Harvey's Casino does have a poker room, if that's what interests you. It's open just a few days of the week. So this is the fitness center at Harvey's. If you're staying at Harrah's, you can use this one. I believe there's one over there. I'm not sure. It doesn't work the other way around though. If you're staying here, you cannot use the facilities at Harrah's. But this is the pool at Harvey's. It's outside, but it is a heated pool. So the view out here is actually pretty good too. So if you get a room that doesn't have a good view, of which there are many, if you are staying in the lower budgety tier, go ahead and come out to the pool deck. Base Camp Pizza is a popular Italian restaurant here, close to the gondola, and they've got an ice skating rink as well. I like to visit Soak City. There is something a little different here. It's Sock City. We're checking out State Line Restaurant and Brewery by the gondola. All right, here's the beer list. So we got a couple of flights here. I like the blonde, very easy drinking. I thought all four of mine were quite approachable there. What's your favorite?
The Alpine Amber is fantastic.
All right. We got something very different over here.
This is a bourbon barrel-aged sour stout, and it is amazing. It is unique. I've never had a beer quite like this. Highly recommend trying it, but get a taster first, because this is intense.
Yeah, it's very different from anything I've had. And we got a pretzel too with some dips. Right across the street from Heavenly Village is Flagstick Pub. So this is the bar area. As you can see, they have a bunch of local beers on draft. So this is the mini golf area. I like the murals in the background. The holes are very short, as you can see. The surface is not super fast like regular mini golf courses, which I like. And we got TVs over here too. They also have a duffel board course here. So how this works is you have a golf ball, and then they provide you with these. No idea what these are called, but you're playing basically golf. So we're gonna go ahead and swing at this one, and so this lands in the, okay, so this lands in the 2 zone, so this is counted as 2 shots. We're checking out Lake Tahoe Ale Works. This location is in State Line. There is also a second location in the South Lake Tahoe area. All right, so we bought the wood fire pizza here. It's pretty good. What kind do we have here?
The artichoke chicken pizza is honestly one of the best pizzas I have ever had.
All right, very good. And then we have the Adventura here. Well, what do you think of this?
That Adventura blew my mind. So good, amazing. Love the meat, love the toppings. Highly recommend it.
Yeah, I thought the crust and the spiciness was very good on this one. Highly recommend this place. They also have a pour your own beer selection. You can get a card from the bartender, and then they will charge you per the ounce. Lots of really good selections. We had dinner at the Lucky Beaver tonight, right between Harrah's and Bally's. The filet mignon was very good. The burgers were also exceptional. They dry aged some of their burgers, and they have brisket that's included within the meat. Also, they had imperial stouts that were 16 ounces. They give you the whole thing for $10. So great spot here right between these 2 major casinos, right next to the Tahoe Ale Works that we showed you. One more brewery on the trip is south of North Brewing, within walking distance of the Harvey's Casino, where we're staying at. Again, everything we did on this video actually is within walking distance of the casino. We did enjoy the Imperial Porter as well as the Horchata Stout. Here were our 2 favorites. Had some nice live music, good little stop. Before we sign off, we're going to take a look at the Heavenly Map. This is for those looking for a little bit more detail on what you need to know to navigate the ski resort effectively. First of all, this map is mirrored east to west. That threw us for a loop a couple of times, but this is east, this is Nevada, and this is west over here. This is South Lake Tahoe and the gondola and the casinos we just showed you. Over here is the California Lodge. They have free parking, although this fills up pretty early, so you'll need to get in early if you want to utilize that. This area has some pretty hardcore moguls. Other than that, I wouldn't necessarily recommend going to this area at all unless you want to use this beginner area. In this area is a lot of blue groomers, long extended runs with some of those views of the lake that we showed you. This is Ridge Run down there. At the top here we have this gladed area. These don't look like they're too bad. The trees are fairly well spaced, so any expert skier should be able to manage this section in good conditions. Milky Way Bowl offers the only above tree line skiing at the resort. It's a pretty wide open area. It's probably either going to be powder or natural moguls, depending on when the most recent snowfall was. And then we get down here to Mott and Killebrew. These are cliffs and chutes areas only for the best of skiers and riders. Moving on to something a little bit more my speed, it's pretty much the rest of the mountain on the Nevada side. These are all some great pods that have excellent long blue cruisers. If you're driving in, you probably should consider parking at either Stagecoach or Boulder, as parking is free in both of these places. Boulder is a little bit less crowded and the parking lot is bigger than the Stagecoach lot too, from what I could tell. And finally, if you're here on a marginal weather day or a bad weather day, you need to be extremely careful because they close a lot of these lifts. This gondola going back down closes. In fact, one of the days that we were there, it was closed and we couldn't even use it. They also close these 3 lifts and even some of the lower ones if the weather isn't good. So this happens to people a lot, is they start on like the California side, they go to Nevada, they close the lifts and then they can't get back over. So definitely be careful there. And they do not have shuttles to take you back and forth. Generally, the only shuttle that runs all the time is between the gondola area and the California Lodge. But that's going to do it for Heavenly and Tahoe. Please let me know what you thought in the comments. This is the first In the Loop ski trip, so I'd be interested to hear what you liked and what you'd like to see me improve. If you have questions about Heavenly or Tahoe, leave them in the comments and I'll try to get back to you. Otherwise, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.